This video was made in sponsorship with Hear Well, Be Well Clinics. Compassionate, trustworthy, and innovative. Check them out. Hey everyone, welcome to an episode of Hear Me Out featuring me, myself, and I. Today there's just a couple things I want to talk about. I want to recap my very first in-person event that I had on Saturday, May 3rd, and I want to kind of talk about the services that I offer because I've never really done a video breaking down those things, and so that is what you can expect in this episode today. So firstly, like I just said, I hosted my very first in-person event in Toronto on Saturday, May 3rd, and I had a blast, and I hope everyone else who attended did too, and it was such a fun time and a beautiful experience. Again, I'm just talking about my own experience. I can't talk for anyone else that was there, but it was so awesome to be surrounded by people like my age, like young adults who understand hearing loss and get it and have similar stories, and just like you can say things and you know they understand about like the experiences and the things that you feel. And that was kind of my goal, was to be surrounded by young adults with hearing loss and just not feel alone. And there were 4 incredible vendors there as well, and I want to give them a big shout out and thank you for participating. There was the Wavefront Center for Communication Accessibility. There was Hear Glam Hearing Aid Accessories. There was Deaf Queen Boss, author, and coach. And there's also Hear Well, Be Well Clinics, who was the sponsor of the event as well. And I'm just so grateful for everyone who participated and came and shared their story. And it was just so fun, and it was small and it was intimate. And also shout out to Society Clubhouse, where I hosted the event. Beautiful space, downtown Toronto. Definitely learned a lot. And so next time I host an event, there's definitely things that I'll do differently. But I think considering it was my first time, it all went really well. And I was so nervous no one was going to show up. But at the end of the day, it went well, and I can't wait to host another one. And again, I'm just thankful for everyone that came. And yeah, if you were there and you're watching this video, please let me know in the comments or send me an email of how you thought it went or what I should change, because I know I can always learn and improve. And the other thing I want to talk about today is about my channel, Hard to Hear It, because it has kind of evolved over these last few years. And there's some things that I offer, and I have new followers. And so I just want to kind of give a little, rundown about everything. And so if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for following me on my hearing loss journey. And I'm very grateful to be a part of yours. But this channel, honestly, I never expected it to be what it is today. I genuinely just started sharing my story as a way to cope and a way to just feel not alone and just try to connect with other people my age with hearing loss. And it has just blossomed into something I never imagined. And I'm just so grateful for all the opportunities because of my hearing loss, getting to connect with hearing aid brands and different hearing aids, accessory brands, and other just like brands related to hearing loss. I'm just so grateful to connect and collaborate and share stories. And it's just been awesome, a wild ride. Just again, nothing I anticipated from starting a channel. That was not my goal, but I'm really grateful that I get to do this as part of my job, which is super cool. Yeah. So last fall, I launched a website, hardtohear.com. And so I have a few different things on there to help with your hearing loss journey. So I'm going to break them down for you. And if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments, but I'm super stoked about them. So firstly, there's the Hard to Hear It bundle, which is 30 Canadian dollars. And what's included in that is a 30-minute shifting your mindset, learning to embrace your hearing loss workshop. There is an ebook called The Hearing Loss Survival Guide. There's a few different hearing aid art pieces. And there's also an ebook version of the workshop. And so that is a $30 Canadian bundle. You have it for life, and it's super cool and super fun. Number 2 is I offer one-on-one coaching. And that is just like an intimate connection where I help you with your hearing loss journey, and you can book 1 session, 2 sessions, whatever you want. So that's another offering. And then most recently, I launched a guide called We're Tired of Explaining 20 Things Hearing People Just Don't Seem to Get About People with Hearing Loss. And that's available in a hard copy or a digital download. And that is just like a coffee table book, great for friends, family, community centers, wherever, because sometimes it's hard to start those conversations about people not communicating effectively. And it's a great conversation starter. But also on my website, there's some incredible other brands and nonprofits. So there's a deaf and hard of hearing merch section where you can find Hear Glam accessories, you can find ASL at home, ear gear. There's also a bookshelf section where you can find a bunch of different authors and books. There's a podcast section with, I think there's just my podcast and one other podcast by Hear Well Below Clinics. Correct, I will have to double check. I should know it's on my website, but people keep adding on at different times. So it's amazing. And if you are a brand or a business and you want to join, send me a message. I can let you know how to do that. There's a ton of great nonprofits on there, like I said. I also should mention I do have a children's book in the bookshelf section as well called What's Your Superpower? And that was a passion project of mine. I started during the pandemic, so you can check that out as well. But this website, I just want it to be a resource for everyone who wants to learn about hearing loss or who's a part of the hearing loss community, to have one space where they can go to that's got the resources and like businesses that they need to know about. And so this is something that's going to continue to grow, and I hope it expands. And so like I said, if you're a business or a brand or whatever and you want to be a part of it, let me know, because like I've said before, this is not a competitive space, it's a collaborative space, because at the end of the day, I think anyone in the hearing loss space needs to work together to help people with hearing loss and to educate people about hearing loss. And so that is my goal, and I hope I'm doing that and making my website work in a way that works for people, but I'm doing it on myself. So I learn as I go, and I take feedback and criticism and just adapt as I go, and that's all I can do. So thank you again if you've checked out the website, or if you're gonna go check out the website, because it's become my baby and I'm really, really proud of it. And I hope, like I said before, that it just continues to grow and be this resource database for young adults with hearing loss. Because that was the other thing I found, is a lot of these websites out there, or at least the ones that I was able to find, are very much catered to the 50+ crowd. While great and super, super important, didn't really resonate with me. And so I felt the need to make something more young and hip, and I don't know, I wanted something that I wanted 8 years ago when I was first diagnosed with hearing loss. And yeah, I'm just really proud of it. And there's a lot of great things on there, and I hope it becomes a great resource for you if that's something that you need in your journey. And there's a lot of super exciting things to come as well. I'm gonna host a live version of my workshop in the coming months, so stay tuned for that. I'm still working out some logistics to make sure that it's flows, for lack of a better word. I want to make sure that I use the right system and video call. I know Zoom's great and there's Teams and all these other things, but again, I want to make sure the one I pick is the best one to use. So stay tuned for that. Super excited. If you're not following me on Instagram, that's where I will announce it, or you can join my email list. I'll put the link below, and you can get on that to make sure you never miss any upcoming things or other Hear Me Out episodes or other brands that I'm connecting with. So it's super exciting. And yeah, I'm just really, really grateful for all of the opportunities my hearing loss has given me. And I think that's the biggest thing I've learned about my hearing loss journey, is that none of these opportunities would have been presented to me had I not began to lose my hearing. And I think it's a weird thing to say, but I truly believe God gave me hearing loss to help other people and put me on this path to create a space for people. And I'm very, very blessed and very, very grateful that I have this opportunity. And again, thank you for following me and watching this video, and stay tuned for more to come. So I'll see you guys next time.